Hi, everybody. This is Sue Fitzgerald, and I'm a librarian at Pike Middle School in Justin, Texas. And I'm really excited to be here today for the Next Gen, or the Next Generation Lib, or the Next Generation Librarian, for the Texas Library Association. My presentation today will be about smashing some tools. I have a lot of tools that I like to smash, but I'm going to highlight a few of them today. Before I go into smashing tools, I just want to reiterate what we have heard earlier today. Collaboration is extremely important. We need to take our students outside the walls of our schools, and we need to constantly look at the collaborative opportunities. You know, it could be the next Twitter, it could be the next tweet, I should say. It could be the next email, phone call, face-to-face conversation, and that's actually how I met Andy. We were standing in line at TLA, and he kind of looked at me and I looked at him and we're like, do we know each other? And we realized we were both in each other's professional or personal learning network. So keep your eyes and ears open, set a goal like we have heard earlier today about collaboration, collaborative opportunities, and it can be overwhelming, but pick and choose if you want to participate in World Read Aloud Day or Read Across America, or some of the things that we do. So pick and choose. But let's start a presentation here. It's called The Smashing Thing. And Nancy Jo is a huge advocate of telling your story. And this is a story that I'm going to tell you today about smashing. I didn't realize that I'm telling a smashing story, but the smashing story happened, it occurred, it began with Twitter. A tweet came across and said, would you like to take the ThingLink challenge? And I stopped and listened. I was like, sure. I was doing quite a few things this summer, presentations, and I just kind of wanted to make them multimedia. I wanted to level them up. I wanted to make a little more interactive, and I thought, perfect. ThingLink challenge, I'm in. So I participated with that. It was about an 8 or a 9 week course, and it was incredible. I have been introduced to a very innovative community. I have now become a ThingLink expert educator, and I invite others of you, if you're interested in becoming an expert educator, ThingLink expert educator, go to the ThingLink blog and you can get more information, or email me or tweet, send me a message. I'm at Sue_Fitz, or I'm the Unpretentious Librarian, so you can do any of those. I'm so sorry. I'm here in Denver, so we're totally relying on the Wi-Fi here at the hotel. And I'm excited to start the presentation. Let's go and share the screen with you and start with our awesome presentation, which is The Smashing Thing. I am going to present The Smashing Thing in my ThingLink stream. And you can see I'm in my ThingLink account. Obviously, those of you who have other accounts, you can go up and you can set up a ThingLink account probably in about 30 seconds. It doesn't take very long at all. It's email address and, you know, a little bit of information. But notice on the left-hand side, I'm a ThingLink Educate EDU premium account. And there's a little bit more that you can do in the premium account. We'll talk about the differences. And so let's go to, and I'm going to talk you through this. This is what I do with my students when they come in to the library and I do a lesson. I talk them through how to get into a Google account. So let me talk you through how to get to kind of maneuver around ThingLink. Let's go to me, and in me, you can see that I have images, I have one video, and I have a channel. So I'm going to click on my channel because I have done my presentation in the channel. And scrolling down, it's a smashing thing is right here. Let me click on it. And I want to show this particular presentation as a slideshow. It's just really cool. This is not only a slideshow, it's an interactive slideshow. So I'm going to hover over my targets here. And the very first target I'm going to go to, and I'm going to do a Google commercial. And I want you to notice that it is a Google slide that has been linked up here. And so if you want to follow along with the presentation, you are welcome to do that through this GOO address, goo.gl/FMHE3D. And we'll continue. I'll tweet that out and we'll get that on the WordPress website. Let's look at the tools that I just want to talk about today. These are some of my favorite tools: Canva, Polldaddy, Padlet, YouTube, Google Drive. I have a huge passion for Google Drive, and then ThingLink. And so let's look at Canva first. First of all, I'm not an artist. I don't claim to be an artist, but Canva has made my life absolutely incredible because you can go there and look at your designs. You have all of these designs up here. So I start in Canva, I pick a design. Normally when I'm doing something particular for a ThingLink, I will choose one of two. I've done the Facebook cover, I've used the Twitter cover, the Google Plus cover. So there's all kinds of things you can do here. But I usually either use the presentation or the poster. Anchor charts, I really like the poster because then I can make them into really nice, colorful anchor chart posters that I post in the library. Like that. Got that from Naomi. How do you do it? Look at the anchor chart. How do you do it? Look at the anchor chart. Because a lot of times I'm asking or answering the same questions over and over again. So here are some of my Canvas. In the beginning, and this is what I just did for a demo. In the beginning, you know, I would have to say that I felt my Canvas, I'm not a graphics designer, and I just kind of felt my Canvas were a little lacking. And here's the TXL chat. Don't forget, here's a commercial TXL chat coming up on Tuesday. So here are my Canvas, and what I do is I save them as JPEGs. And once they're saved as a JPEG, then I take them and I upload them. Let's go back to the ThingLink account. I upload them. Well, I'm not into the account yet, but I'll be in just a second. I'll upload them into ThingLink just like I did here. This is a JPEG. And then I just click on and link them up to some interaction, whether it's audio, video, and we'll show you how that's done too. I have my Twitter up here and my Unpretentious Librarian. There's a link to my blog, Love to Blog. Very reflective. Whole nother presentation. What are some of the uses that I've used with smashing these tools together? I've done presentations. I've used them as a curation tool, a vocabulary tool, end of year report, the student accounts that I have. I'll show you those quickly. I like the mapping tool, the digital research kits, literacy programs, and professional development. So those are just a few, and it's growing. What are the types of things that I like to use as interactive? And notice this is not a slide. This is a Google Doc, and you can maneuver. I just wanted to put that in there to show you that Google is a great, great tool to link into a ThingLink. So I love using the audio files. I like to change my voice and kind of give it an accent, and the kids don't know who I am. Video files are great. They're rich tags, so they pop up in boxes like you're seeing here. Primary documents are fabulous. Google Drive, big passion for. Maps, text, blogs, anything really that has a website address. So let's go, and this links us out to my presentations or to my ThingLink account, but I want to highlight some of the slides that I've done. The very first project that I did in the ThingLink Challenge this summer, Educator Challenges, I made this in Canva, and then I just linked up all my social media accounts. And I think I have a Powtoon that I did, that video. So I didn't really produce anything special for this particular one, but it's just like, hey, this is me. And I know we're always talking about tell your story, who are you? Here's my Instagram account. I can put this out there on social media, and anybody and everybody who ever wanted to know who Sue Fitzgerald is could see this. So that was a really good one. But I can see that that would be a cool assignment with the kids, kind of like an about me, and take some pictures to tweak and put up and show us who they are, and then they can share it globally. The next one I did was a vocabulary activity, and I used this at Technopalooza and NISD, Northwest ISD. I used it at Region 10, and I've also used it on my own home school. We are a GAP school, Google Application for Education, and so I took all of the terminology, and it has since changed a little bit. And I had a video that I made. I produced a screencast. I love screencasts, another commercial. And this is my Pinterest account. Love Pinterest, love curation, another commercial. I just linked everything that I possibly could up here. So if somebody's taking it away later, they can go through it and see, a little bit more about Google Drive. And I linked up forms, presentation examples, and so forth, just to give them a feel. The Lone Star. Yeah, that's a good one. So the next one I did, we were in the summer. Summer reading is extremely important to us. We try to encourage our students to read 5 or more books. And so I kind of overdid it with the links. I really have a lot of links here. I answered every question that I thought the students could possibly ask. I put this on our website. I put it on our school Facebook page, and I tweeted it out. So I am available to my students in the summertime, as much as I can be. I do have a vacation, I do have a life, but I do make myself available to answer questions. And I just got an email today. I'm in Denver with my husband, and I got an email today from a student that I had last year asking me what the password was into the Gale resources. That was kind of funny. And he had to say, I have to share this with you, dear Mrs. Fitzgerald. And it went on. And it said, and by the way, I have no overdue books. Oh, made me laugh. So this was my vocabulary one, and the apps have changed a little bit, and I really can't use this, so I need to tweak that and get a new one going. This one was done for our digital citizenship. It was a district-wide presentation. It's not a presentation, it's a lesson where our students have to learn digital citizenship. So this was just a visual that went along with that activity. And it could, with some discussion, and this is linking up to the dictionary. Again, this was done in Canva. The other one was not done in Canva. Obviously, you saw the Destiny Quest one. I just took a picture of my Follett shelf and just linked that up. Picture of the Follett shelf on my iPad, and it went up. This is Canva. This one is not Canva. I think I did this in Canva. I actually snipped. We had to do a mapping activity, and I snipped the map in the Justin, Texas area, and it was summer reading. Kept going on the theme. And so I just linked up the different libraries that we have around the area that the students could possibly have gone to during the summer. And I had our link to our school. I did have some summer hours, and I think on the website that I put our summer hours there so the students could come in. So I'm excited. At the end of the month, the end of October, we have a guest that's coming on, Richard Byrne, Free Technology for Teachers, and he is so into the Google, and he's so into Google Maps. I'm excited to see what he has to offer, his ideas, because I can see the mapping tool and U.S. history, or Texas history. I can just see, or world history. I'll show you one in just a few minutes that was done this summer in the ThingLink Teacher Challenge, I keep saying teacher, educator challenge. And I just see a lot of potential of the students to be able to do this with the map. That's high on my list of going out to the teachers and trying to promote. And this is another one. Mine isn't the greatest, but this is another one. I was on vacation when this request came in from the challenge, and it was because there's an app for ThingLink, take your phone, take your iPad, take it outside, and just go to your garden, take pictures, and link it up. Well, I was on vacation. So I opened up the window. We were in the Great Smoky Mountains in North Carolina. I took a picture, and then I just linked up the places that we had gone, my husband and I. We had gone to places in South Carolina, North Carolina, restaurants that we went to, and I linked it up. And I can see an incredible potential of this, of voice and choice. I'm all over voice and choice for our students to be able to pick up their phones. And FYI, the Pike Library is a 100 totally and completely device friendly, I don't care which device you have, environment. So pick up those phones, pick up the iPads, whatever you have. And we have the Windows 8 tablets. We're one-to-one school with Windows 8 tablets. Go out and take pictures and then pull it back in to show our school, and then we can take that out to other schools and show them who we are, where we live, So this one's kind of exciting to me. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do with it. I could see a lot of collaboration potential, and this is high on my list too, the mapping, and this one with the app. This is just an incredible one that I wanted to show you because Susan did this. Susan Oxnavad she is the ThingLink guru. She really is extremely knowledgeable. I'm in awe, and she's the one that spearheaded and organized the challenge this summer. And this is one she did, and it's just awesome. She has a picture back here, and she just linked all kinds of things that you could see from the Amazon forest. But what I really like about it, down below, she took her passion of the whole Google Drive process, and she has linked up different Google documents, Google Forms that could go along with the lesson, which is absolutely just ingenious. And, it can be done very easily. It's just a link, and I'll show you how that's done in a few. This was an inspiration for me. Jody is a seventh grade teacher, and she was in the challenge. And from her inspiration of me looking at this, I was like, oh, I've just got to do stuff like, I've got to link them up And she has book trailers. She has all kinds of things with some really high content, very interesting things that the students, especially 7th grade, that they would love. And I think she is a 7th grade teacher. This one here is an anchor chart that I did, and I just made it interactive. The anchor chart up here, I put a Padlet. I asked the students, what's your favorite book? Oh my gosh, middle school students love Padlet. First of all, if you haven't used a Padlet, this was our practice one. The next time we go out, what I would like to do is, okay, let's really spell, let's put our name in, proper, capitalizing. And then I want to take that Padlet out to our social media account so that the parents can see what our students, what their favorite books are. And I have an audio here. I love Audio Boom, very easy, free, start, stop, it just records that easily. It's a link. And I used TubeChop here for a video. And I made an iMovie, and it was a bunch of teachers kind of being silly, all about, respect at our school. So this was an anchor chart. I actually made that into a poster, and I do have that around that answers some of the questions that the students would have that I made interactive. And moving right along, this is one of my favorites. I love doing digital research kits. They're just amazing. The kids love them. And I got this idea from Nancy Joe at TCEA last year. I was in her presentation, and she used the terminology digital research kit. I had no idea what one was, but by the end of the presentation, I knew what I was going to make mine. So it's a curation tool for me, and I put everything the student would need into a digital research kit that they would need for a research assignment. So 7th grade GT, ELA teacher and pre-AP, she teaches GT pre-ATP, came to me and asked me if I would go over plagiarism, proper citation, website evaluation, and database use. And I only had an hour to do it. Okay, 15 minutes each. So I found this fabulous picture, put it in Canva, put some lettering on the side, and then I just linked everything up that the students could possibly need in order to do this. And we went through some plagiarism or non-plagiarism. Is it plagiarism? Is it not plagiarism activities? We did some website evaluation. I took them out to that water website. That's always a good one. RadCAD, that's a poster that went on. And we had EasyBib, we had some citation. So everything that they possibly would need. Took them out to the databases, and we did some demonstration, did some audio with them, and that everything is curated right here in the kit. Love this idea. It was cool because when I did this part of it, if the students couldn't see the screen, because we had as many as 2 classes and at the same time, they could just follow along right there with their Windows 8 device. And this was just another inspiration that I got from the challenge. It was a teacher that did that, and I love this. Really good links up there. This was also done from the challenge, and Jody is an expert ThingLink educator, and she is amazing too. And she's been highlighted on the ThingLink blog just this week. I think the article went in today. And that could be another one where you went out with the camera and just took some pictures, but she's got some sound, and she's just amazing. Just amazing to be able to connect with people on this caliber. This is the latest one I did. I love this time of year. It's like, okay, this book's too scary, don't read it. Middle school students, if you tell them not to read it, what do? They just read it. So I made sure that I either had ebook or I had the regular book, and I made this in Canva. It was already a template. I just kind of dragged the images over, and then I found some quality. And I am not the greatest at making book trailers, so I rely heavily on those of you who do it. So I thank you very much, those who do book trailers. And so we found some great book trailers, and we show them. They're spooky, and sometimes I'll start them, and I stop them, and oh no, it's too spooky. We can't see this. Oh, I get the kids going, stop, dude, show us. And so I'm really kind of bad with them. But I'm proud of this one because I saw ThingLink sends us out an email about once a week, kind of statistical information, and they have a pick, and they picked this one last week for kind of like they liked it. And this is one of the first ones I did, and I did not do this in Canva. I did this in Google Draw, and I think many of you have already seen this. This one is the Texas Lone Star Reading List, and I made this one where other librarians or teachers could remix it, and that's a term in ThingLink, which means that they could take this image, they could use the links on it if they chose to that I've already used, that I've already put on there, or they could put their own links on it. So I'm all over. If you want to use some of my stuff, just say, hey, thanks, Sue. It came from Sue. and you're welcome to remix or to reuse it. And somebody was telling me today, I have not tried this, but Susan and Dan, Dan is another great person that I've connected with through this challenge, that it's very easy to go in and change the image on the back, and your links stay there. So let's say I had a wrong picture. One came home was the wrong picture. Let's say, I'm just kind of grabbing here, and I needed to put a different one in. It would be easily done and the links stay in. So I'm going to have to play with that one. Good feedback. I just like this one. So, if I like it and it's in my presentation, digital citizenship should be embedded in everything that we teach, every teacher, everything that we do, posting, when we did the Padlet, everything we did, today's meet, we've done that. We did a virtual poetry slam one time last year, and we had about 3 or 4 classes that were doing it. We had over 1,200 entries on today's meet from these students when we were doing this poetry slam. It was amazing. We did it on Google Hangout. So everything that we do, so I'm a huge digital citizenship person to make sure that we're teaching that. And this is amazing. I just love this. This is also from the challenge. I can't even remember who did it, but I can see 6th grade, and I'm going to go to my 6th grade social studies teachers, and I'm going to show this, and I'm going to say, any kind of history, any kind of mapping. I'm just really excited about the mapping skills, and anything that you're teaching, I can see this being used. It's interactive, and it's just absolutely fabulous. So that's, those are some of the thing links that I wanted to highlight, but I'm going to go back to my account because I just want to talk about the tools a little bit. Remember, I said I had the premium account. And the premium account allows you to do the videos. But I'm going to look at my stream. My stream is pretty cool. These are all the people that I follow or follow me. And I can look through there and I can see a lot of my students' work in here, which is great. And I see, I'm starting to know the people that I follow or follow me. Auntie Tech, she's amazing. At Auntie Tech, I follow her. She follows me. And we kind of did the challenge together. So that was really, really exciting to get to collaborate with her. I can go to the statistical information, and that just tells me, who's looking at my accounts. I can go to a particular thing link, and I can look at the statistical information just on that particular one. I can browse, but here's the one. I have my students, and because I have the premium account, I can have my students. Let me click that again. And my students, I have 20 students who work for me in the library, and I can manage the group. And the group I put them in, I could put them in through email, or I could give them, I could put it in through this code, or I could, I actually registered the kids. And so I can see who's active and who's not active. So I can go to the person who's not active and say, where's your thing link? And we've already done that. I have 2 pages of students. So that's amazing. And I do have a channel of my students' very first project. We just did it last week. To create a thing link, it's so easy. You click the create button. You upload it, you're going to choose it from your computer, and you can see there's some right there. If I wanted to choose this particular one, I think I've done this as a demo already, and I chose the baseball. It's a JPEG, and now what I can do is I can edit that baseball. I can take that baseball and I can put all kinds of links onto that baseball. I will click the, it's already in the edit mode. It's usually right here. When I save, it'll say edit. So I'm going to click on that. And you can see on the left-hand side, edit the tag. I can put a website here. I can type some text. The text can be bold, italicized, or it can be like a headline. I can change the icons, and there's an incredible amount of icons. You can upload your own icons, but you know what? I am all about why reinvent the wheel. There are so many here to choose from that I'm like, I'm okay with it. And every time I open it up, it seems like there's a lot more icons. So if I wanted to save this, I would just click the save, but I really don't want to save this because I haven't done too much. So we can just go back. I'll save that. Oops, close that. And we will save it without a tag. So going back to my account again, we looked at how to set one up. We looked at setting up an account is extremely easy. We have students. Students, you can only have that if you're in a premium account. The statistical information, but the search is really cool too. If you go to your search, and here we go. We can put something in here. For example, put cells in there. And we can look at links that are already exist. Students might have made them, teachers might have made them. If you want to click on one in particular, I'm just going to click on this. I could add that to a channel, add to a channel, and the channel, I can either make a new channel right now or I could add it to one of these channels. I'm not really going to add it to a channel because I'm not doing sales. But we can go back to my account again. Sorry, got to go to me. And I wanted to just show you a couple of the channels that I did. I know at the end of the school year, we are extremely overwhelmed. And that's why I did my annual report on ThingLink. I just took pictures. I'm going to show that as a slideshow. I just took pictures of what went on in the library. And I, just threw them in. This is a template. I threw them into Canva. And I pulled out Destiny. And then it was just like, this is the Twitter account. These are more the social media accounts that I did. Things that I did, a lot of it's text. But going over here, I just pulled out reports, and here are reports of how many books were checked out. And this was sent to my principal. And the last one, he spent about, 2 or 3 minutes looking at them, seeing the videos that I had made. And that was my end of the year report. It was so easy to do. Now, the one that I think that you might really be interested in, going back to the channels, I had done the Texas Lone Star and ThingLink, which has many views, but there's something really cool I found. So when I was searching, here we go. I'm going to view this as a slideshow. So I'm into advocating for the Texas Lone Star reading list, which is, sponsored by TLA. And I put a little bit of information in there. I found somebody else had done the 2x2. So I put it into that channel and I add that so we can embed this. This whole slideshow can be embedded into the website, a blog, and then the same person did the Bluebonnet. That was amazing. And then I did the Texas Lone Star. So I just put those 3 together and it helped us out. We'll go back to my account real quick. There's only one other thing here that I really wanted to talk to you about. And again, this is only available with the premium account. It's the video part. One of my favorite celebrations is Teen Read Week. And what I did is I made an iMovie, an iMovie for Teen Read Week. And I just put, some links within it. I tagged it. We'll go right to the link. And you can see we can stop, and I have my some more flyer that I put right there into the video. I could have put any kind of link in the video. So if you had a video where you were teaching something, you could stop, make a comment, ask questions, maybe input, some feedback within that video. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to work a little more on the video part. But it's all about collaboration and just taking the opportunities of smashing your tools and collaborating. And I can see that I can take all of these tools, and I kept saying I can put them on my social media. I can put them on, Facebook. I can put them on the website. I can take them out there. I could take them out to the Google Plus accounts, and I could take them out to, the Google on Hangouts, which we're doing right now. And incorporate that in with my students to be able to collaborate. So I challenge each of you to do the same. I'll stop sharing. To look at collaborative opportunities. Let's get back here. Sorry about that. To look at collaborative opportunities that you may have. If you're interested in middle school, you can contact me. We do 2 in the spring. We do 1, the virtual Poetry Slam was just incredible last year. We also do, for Poetry Month, we write a school-wide poem. About 3 or 4 schools did that last year, and we shared those poems on Google Hangout. We did a visual. A lot of us did Animoto. Some of us did, some word clouds of the the poem. We had some students that stood up and read the poems to each of the different schools. So it was really great just to connect. And we're going to Skype this year. Skype is definitely on our radar. Contact me if you're interested. Look at other opportunities. And I hope I have given you some food of thought for smashing some tools today. If you are interested at all and become a ThingLink expert educator, please go out to the ThingLink blog and you can just Google it. And I don't think you'll be disappointed. It's been great. And this is Sue Fitzgerald from Denver. I'll be back in Texas on Monday.